Okay, okay. Are we live? Yeah, we're live. So in this state, we're allowed to carry a fixed knife, fixed blade knife like this. Now, this is not a sword. I just said that for but it's pretty big. It's a big fucking knife. I do have a sword, but I don't usually carry my sword around, but I do. And I have been known to carry this around. The store knows me. They're Syrians. They don't give a fuck. You carry a giant knife in their store. Just have a mental stability and buy food. That's all they ask. So I have this fucking giant fucking knife, and I do use it from time to time. It's not a sword; it's just a knife. But it's the good thing about this is, it's not like cold steel, but it does everything you need when you're in a camping environment. Now, I haven't really have used this on wood and chopping wood yet, but once I do, it'll be great. It'll be good. It'll chop wood. It'll slice down some shit, some tinder if I needed to. But out here, there's no fire. There's a fire ban, so you can't. But this is the kind of knife I fucking use. This is the kind of knife I fucking use. Okay, and it's not the best. It's probably not even the best steel. It's not cold steel. I don't think. No, it's not. It's fucking got the lacquer coating, so it's not cold steel. Cold. But yeah, it's this. I can carry this wherever I want to. I walk all over the place with this. I've skateboarded with this shit on me. I have skateboarded with this motherfucker. Man, I'm getting a little extra skin under there, and it's pissing me off. It's because I'm standing up like this. But yeah, I fucking do. I like, I like my knives, and this one's really good. It has a really traditional round fucking handle with no finger coupling, so I like it like that. It feels more like you're swinging some kind of bat or something. And it's perfectly round. It's not like it's perfectly round here, so it feels really good when you're holding on to it. Yeah, I love this fucking knife. It's not a sword; it's just a knife, but needs a quick treatment and a sharpening, but barely because I didn't use it for 4 months. Actually, this knife has only been used to cut rope so far. That's it. But in America, we're allowed to carry weapons like this. Now, other states are going to say, no, you can't carry that. It's just too big. Even in California, we have some very judicial, liberalized, and good, in a good way, liberalized, laws. And one of them is, you need a knife, you need a knife, you need a knife. No one's complaining. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't be a criminal. Don't be a criminal. If you have a gun, don't be a criminal. It's the rule, try to maintain stability, try to be, respected by, all people. When you do carry it, don't pull it out and start acting like you're going to scare somebody with it and shit in public. Because even if you're kidding around with something like this, you'll get police called on you. So you just act normal. When you got a knife like this, no one's going to bother you. I've had a cop go off by me. I had a goddamn sword. And he knew who I was. And he said, oh, I flake on him. He doesn't bother no one. Exactly, dude. That's how it is in America. We fucking, we only have shit like this when we need it. God, that is showing up purple on my fucking thing. It's so weird. This shit is showing up purple over here and it's black here. Just so weird. Everything's black on this though, dude. So I have no idea why. I guess something's wrong with my computer, colorizing feature or whatever. Yeah, this knife is perfect size for me because with this I can chop a bunny's head off. With this I can chop a fish head off. With this, it's perfect for chopping heads, little heads. And if you're hungry and somebody's pushing your buttons and saying you can't go here, you can't go there, and the only way you're going to feel safe is with some kind of protection from these entities and want to treat you like your cattle, tell you what you can and can't go and stuff like that. Then yeah, this thing may just come into play. I mean, if you want to sit there and act like I'm dangerous, go all for it. But I'm not. I don't even have a record. But in the meantime, I am protected. Don't fucking come at me for some illegal contrived bullshit because I'll go out. I'll go out if I have to, and I'll use this fucking thing. You don't threaten my life, I won't threaten yours. It's the same philosophy for Judge Mathis. Don't be a jerk to me, I won't be a jerk to you. Well, guess what? Don't threaten my life, and you won't have an issue for me. I'm very safe. I'm a very safe individual. but I do carry the son of a bitch. Yeah, from time to time. Now, today I didn't. Today, what did I carry today? I'll show you what I carried today. Hold on a second. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. This is what I carried today. Just this little one right here. Yeah, I do carry knives. This one here I like because it's perfect size for my hand. It does have, on the other hand, these grips. It has a unusual, what do you call it? The way they do the outside of this is kind of like a brushed metal. It's really smooth looking, and look at the shape. Geometric, very geometric. Fucking love this knife. This knife is super sharp, but this one I carry everywhere. You know, I don't fuck around, you know, just like Rambo in the movie, you know, if you want to push my buttons, I push back. I don't fucking want you to, take my rights, my liberties away. If you're coming at me with intentions of hurting me or something, yeah, I use protection. I carry knives. It's not stupid. It's how we do it over here in America. If you are a visitor from the UK and you don't get it, you need to get it, because at the very least, you'll get your ass kicked. If you come to America and you try to act like, hey, yeah, how you doing? How you doing? I'm European. I fit kind of in. There's a lot of Europeans here too. No, you'll get beat up. Somebody will see you and go, no, that we can't let that happen. So it won't be a night, but they'll beat you up probably. That probably will happen, you know, because people from England, you know, think of skinheads the same everywhere around the world. If you walk over here like Harold Bard did in Kentucky and walk up to a skinhead and start talking to him, you're talking to the wrong motherfucker, bro. He's going to beat your ass. It's that simple. He's going to fucking beat your ass, bro. Okay? Motherfucker's going to beat your ass. You know, that's what Harold Bard did. He fucking thought he was a bad, you know, thought he could handle any environment. Actually, I think it was more contrived on his part. Harold Bard acting, possibly even having the whole getting beat up thing even paid for by agents, provocateurs of other countries. Because what they want to do is they want to make you think that it's unsafe to walk around and talk to Americans. That's why. It's so I don't even believe Harold Barter was actually beat up officially by somebody that was officially a skinhead. It might have been set up that way. So either way, you walk around America and you start opening your mouth from Britain, you get beat up if you're not smart about it. Okay, especially if you're trying to help Mexicans over our border and stuff like that, you can expect it. All right, just expect it. You are going to have problems. I'm standing up, it feels a little more comfortable. But you are going to have, if you come over to America and you think that it's okay just to start like, yeah, it isn't. We are very protective here. Why do you think we are no longer in England? That's why. We're no longer in England for that reason. You know, because our mindset is everybody is out to get you. But don't be paranoid, just make it evident. Once you make it evident, then no one's going to disagree with what you say. And out here, protection is number one. I carry a fucking knife, and if I did carry a gun, I would never talk about it. If it was legal or not, you know, I just wouldn't talk about it. It's not something I would talk about in public to anybody, because I have a little bit of intelligence going on there. And one thing you don't do is put all your cards out on the goddamn table. Thanks. Yes, thanks, Danny. I see you guys now. I just looked over. Yeah. So, but at the same time, it doesn't mean, like if I was in England, yeah, the environment would be different. I don't even think I would need to carry a knife or anything in England. Although I did have friends that went to England and went to a bad part of whatever, Manchester or wherever the fuck it is in London, and they got in a fight and threw some dude through a window. One guy threw a guy through a window. One of my friends, an American, because we're not to be fucked with, you know. I'm sorry, but you know, the guy wasn't even, you know, we're American. We're fucking very street hardy people, man. Just trust me on that. Now, it doesn't mean that, you know, in England they are not. It's just that they, you know, the whole king and queen thing, you know, has kind of diluted them over time. Yes, they still got a king and queen, But in the day, they couldn't even hunt deer. Let's just put it on the table. Where you couldn't even fucking hunt a deer. Over here, we'll hunt wherever it takes. We'll do it on somebody's land if we're hungry. No, America, we don't. We break some rules. We bend the rules when we're hungry. So if it was a zombie-like environment and there were zombies all over the place, you bet we'd be the leaders. All the English guys would have to get in the back of the line. It's simple. That's simple. But no, I'm just saying. Now in Amsterdam, I'm not going to comment on the Deutschland. I'm not going to comment. Danny's here. I'm not going to comment. But I'm just saying England in particular. And of course, a lot of Europe. You know, Danny has a good, he's evolved from South American roots. So he's not 100% a Deutsch anyway. He grew up there, but that's it. And, hey, the guy at least has South American experience from his parents firsthand. I can tell you that. And they're probably not anti-American at all. I wouldn't doubt if Danny Lobo's parents like Americans. I wouldn't doubt it a bit. Did I make him leave the stream? Yeah, Amsterdam is in Holland. I know. Deutschland is what I like to call it. Deutschland. Is dan maar his woordenkok en hulle kop en nie word hier bietjie tagerik. That was Afrikaner Dutch. He's just toying with you, Danny. He lives right by you. He's probably been there several times. He's probably got your IP address. I'm just saying. Nobody really knows who God is. Deutschland. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Deutschland is in Germany. You got me right. All right. What I meant is Dutch. Holland, for God's sakes, Holland. But they do speak Pidgin Deutsch in Holland. They do. It's half German, half Deutsch, right? Yes. Half Deutsch, half German. And Germans can't stand them. So it's my bad. Deutschland. I meant Holland. It was my bad. But no, German and Holland people do not, they hate each other. People from Holland, Germany, Dutch people hate Germans, German people hate Dutch. Probably because their fucking name is, Dutch is kind of a derivative of Deutschland. Yeah. Yeah, but nonetheless, it's fucking a riot how they hate each other. And then, of course, we get the Shambola over here for trying to be us, trying to be American. I'm going to change the angle here so I can sit and stuff. So yeah, we carry sword, knives, combination of both over here in America, but not everybody does. There's a lot of Democrats who act like they're from UK over here. So Democrats kind of try to act the UK part. They try to follow the same party lines over there in the UK as the Democrats do here. So it's pretty obvious what's up. It's not too hard to understand. It's not fucking impossible to get. It's not. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I don't have my proper mic in. Do I? No. Well, this is the mic I'm supposed to use. I'll put my knife on top of it. This is the mic I'm supposed to use. So I'm going to get some coffee. I think I made some coffee. Yes, I did. I made some coffee in my little stainless steel pot. And cheers. If I can find it. The cup is vanished temporarily. Well, I know it's there. Don't know where it's cup at, right? Don't know where my cup's at. Getting up these stairs can be a pain in the ass sometimes. There it is. Shit. Man, Five. I almost busted my ass. I had to use my collarbone arm to block my fall on that one. So it's not a big deal. If you don't understand the dynamics here, we get a lot of provocateurs around the world, people who just assume talk trash about America, hopefully with their psychological agenda, make us think somehow or other are individuals that we're no longer this great power. Yeah, cheers, man. Yeah, well, hey, man. Yeah, South Africans hate the Dutch. Yes, South Africans hate the Dutch, but the Dutch also are hated by the Germans. That's how I meant to say that. Cheers. The only thing I can say good about Europe is, at least they have certain good, they're not tripping out to have like a nude beach over there. Like so over here, it'd be like 10 more licenses would have to be required to have a nude beach over here in America than it would be over there. It'd be like one fucking form, you'd fill it out, and then all of a sudden you got a nude beach. But hey man, that's over there, right? Cheers. I mean, supposedly in Europe they got the biggest nudist colonies, I think, but that could have changed over time. I don't know. I kind of would try to. Yeah, I think I would probably try a nudist colony only because it would be cool to look at chicks walking around naked. Yeah, English is my favorite language so far. You got kudos on that one. Kudos on that one. We do. We got English. And you know what? But our English has got a cool slang to it. Now, English people have an interesting sound to them. I like this girl. She's from New Zealand. Similar, kind of like English or Australian. Or one of her dads or something is Australian. She has a cute accent. Well, you know what? There's all kinds of things I could say about that. I mean, that's just I know you're just being sarcastic, but to a certain degree. I mean, we invent things. Yes, Europeans are very good at invention. Now, if you were to look at the progress Chinese have made, a lot of it has been by default unimpressive invention-wise. But just from the sheer amount of Chinese there are, they have pretty much dominated in the future of inventions. However, it doesn't mean Europeans are out of the ballpark. We would probably be some of the best picks for making space shit. I think that's just my general view. I think we have some of the better technical aspects of understanding outside of the Earth's orbit than most countries. I think we got some of the best data, but yeah, most of it is fudged before it gets into our hands. But a lot of the technology is fudged before it even gets to the public. So even though we got a lot of shit going on in space and we're ahead that way in a lot of ways, the one thing we don't have is the proper information coming forth from that community. If you were to pay attention to the way they obfuscate a lot of stuff from space, they don't want to talk about interesting features as much as you would think they would. That would be like Phobos has a monolith sticking out of it, but they never talk about it. Everyone else talks about it, but that's it. It's as far as they'll fucking touch it with a 10-foot pole. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious they are purposely letting us in on their secret only to give us false information 80% of the time. We probably didn't even get to the moon except we had help from extraterrestrial humans or something like that. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten past the radiation belts, 3 of them in the Van Allen belt, 3 radiation belts. And they're very powerful. And a lot of people say, oh, well, we used a route to get through them. Well, no one's proved the route through the radiation belt from an orbital stat point. There is no orbit. They're fucking there, period.
There's no fucking route to get through them. They're fucking everywhere. So when you go up there, how are you going to avoid the goddamn Van Allen belts? You will not. So the reason why I think we were helped to get to the moon is just to give us people down here a little bit of eye candy, just to give us a little eye candy to like make us think in that direction, but keep us at bay still. Like, you're not allowed to be in the club, so you don't get access to all the club info. You don't even got the fucking password, so we're going to give you shit information here. This is the picture we got from the fucking rover. Here's the fucking other ones we got from the rover. Take it or fucking leave it. That's what I think NASA does the best. Pricks. If you want to call somebody a prick, fuck Trump. Let's talk about NASA. They're all pricks, and they get paid to do that. Look, if you want to get a scholarship in a college, you literally have no choice but to kiss asshole to fucking study something to get it funded and stuff. And that would probably mean redirecting your interests to something that they're willing to pay for or study for, which would kind of mean no, I don't sell out that way. If I have ideas and I want to get funding for it, why can't I just pick those ideas and pursue them? Because they want to orient your thinking processes. That's why. They want to be the deliberators. They want to be the shot callers. They want to be the people behind the scenes pulling the strings so that everybody is kind of like faithfully following them, kind of blindly, but without, by default is not their fault. It just happens to be they have been manipulated. And that's why in the UK, nobody has guns and knives when they're walking down the street, because you guys don't have as much of a protective mindset. You can't do anything just from your human body. It's a bag of water with some internal bones. That's it. That's why when I go skateboarding, I know this. Cheers. What up, Radical Panda? Thanks for coming in. So, I mean, I know full well that I'm going to bust like a balloon from one of these accidents if I keep pushing myself at this age. But you know what? Those odds I'm willing to accept. Some things you just have to accept as the odds, and that includes your defense. I mean, I would only ask what do you carry for defense? A 3-inch blade? I mean, what are you even allowed to carry? I'm just saying in England, like in Amsterdam, I would even ask the same question. What are you allowed to carry in Amsterdam? I would ask the same question. What kind of weapon can you walk down the street with? Can you walk down the street with nunchucks? No, we can't here, but you can a fucking blade, you can walk down the street with a blade here. I mean, look, it's not a rocket science. I just don't like to be hoodwinked. So I'm very, very reactive to people that try to tell me I'm wrong and in fact, many times I think they're wrong. It's like I don't like to put women up on a pedestal, but if I want to try to get in a chick's pants, I might do that. Radical Panda, you know what I mean? Last time you were here, you were saying something about that. Yeah, I might put a chick on a pedestal if I might think it's going to help me get in our pants. Oh, I know you can walk down, with a beer in your hand. You can jaywalk. Well, I probably not jaywalk, but you got all kinds of good, interesting things going on in your version of reality, and we got good things going on here. I would only say that if I was in Europe right now, I'd be upset over the Brexit. I wouldn't be happy about it. To me, it just was paranoia, letting people's fears build up until finally they all gave into the Brexit. That's what happened there. I'm not a political person, but I could see the fear in Europe. They were all thinking, oh, they're going to single us out next. We're going to be the ones that go out of business. Well, yeah, I know. But like I say, I had somebody that visited London, and the first thing that happened, they got into a fight. Well, it wasn't the first thing, but it was damn near it. And of course, the guy that started the fight was humongous. And my friend threw him through a store window. And I guess that was enough to scare the guy, because I guess they had tumbled prior to that happening. But the point is this, man, where it doesn't matter where you go. If you don't know how to act in a certain area, people think you're weak, especially if you speak English from America with an American slang in England. If you speak with an American slang and you're walking down a street in England, just like here, you'll probably get beat up because people take a dislike to somebody who is allowed to carry guns and knives, and they want to be the badass over there. But they'll do it with their bare fists, I guess. I don't know what's wrong with my screen. The lighting keeps changing. You know, I mean, it's like bare fist brawls are popular over there. Why isn't knives? Look, I had a friend that she's a knife thrower. I don't know if she's, you know, me and her had a little bit of an argument, but she was telling me she's a professional knife thrower and she's hot. She was in Penthouse magazine, dude. I mean, chicks over here do that shit all the time, every day. This ain't new. And you know what? Another thing, the different sex we have, I'm not talking about sex as in S-E-X, sex, S-E-C-S. Like, for instance, we have the Amish, straight from Europe, with European principles of that particular Christian sect of people. Then we have the Hutterites, which are an off branch of something like that too, but not quite the same. And all these guys that are sects, you know, S-E-C-S, they have different kinds. And you know, the Mennonites are more civilized, supposedly. They're more willing to be understand the people out there in the world. The Mennonites, you know, and it just goes on and on. It fucking cracks me the fuck up. Let's see. But you know what? Hey, those guys, at least the Amish are, yeah, they're cool. They're cool and they're fucking badass. I mean, the Amish have to manhandle shit daily on a daily basis, like I do, but not like I do. I mean, they're doing shit that you don't want to do. They're cleaning up shit. They're fucking, you know, just name it. Like when Rambo got picked up by the sheriff in the movie First Blood, you know, and he asked him, "What are you going to hunt with a knife like this?" And he said, "Name it." Well, that's exactly how it is. If you were to go up to an Amish person and say, "So what the fuck kind of artwork do you do?" He'd say, "Name it," as seriously as a motherfucker. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, there's about 1 million fucking tasks I have to do every day to stay within this community, or else I get kicked out and banished. That's fact. That is fact. They get banished. Now, the Hutterites I like a little better. I don't know why. They're just an offset fucking branch of religious people, and they're very disciplined. Some of, I think, the coolest are the Hutterites. They used to have a TV series on the Hutterites, and it was brought a lot of attention to them because they're kind of an unknown sect, but they also live up in the Northern Canadian areas and the deserty areas. And, you know, they're just really weird. They're cool, though. They're very disciplined. No, Little House on the Prairie still had it easy. They only had to clean up so much shit and do so much work. These motherfuckers, they have to do the shopping, everything. They got to ride a goddamn, you know, if they're lucky, they got a horses. Other than that, they're probably riding a scooter back and forth, engineless scooter, because they like and believe in exercise, but religious exercise, which is just hard work. You know, hard work is the good thing about religion is certain disciplinary functions of religion are respectable. And that's why, like Hutterites and Amish people, I couldn't probably do it, but you know, I just wouldn't feel like I'd be independent there. But it is a closed society. So now a lot of them will tell you, well, we're not closed. We still go out to the cities, we mingle and stuff like that. But no, they are a closed society. Yeah. Anyway, so the Hutterites are very interesting. There's some of the, like, if you were to come from England, you'd probably like to hear the story of the either the Amish or the Hutterites on like a bus tour. But you know, because of COVID, all this shit is being restricted. But right now, that would be a great tourist industry, just to run a bus, you know, through the basically through the Hutterite camp, give them a quick tour, and then leave. That shit would make money. People like to see how people are, and yes, they do use phones. The Hutterites do use phones. I think the Amish also use phones now. You know, it's just crazy. But you know what? you have to respect hard work and discipline. Who doesn't? How can I possibly disrespect somebody like that? There's no way I could. Of course, does that mean I believe in the religious aspects? Absolutely not. It's just been a tool they've used to derive the discipline. But they don't want all their followers to start believing that way, because then they also run off a word called faith. And faith is a form of brainwash in itself. Faith, if you think about it, is kind of a brainwash terminology. If you think about it, I'm not saying with it it's going to do you harm. I'm just going to say with faith, according to what faith is, technically with faith, you could walk across a highway knowing full well that no matter how close the cars are coming towards you, not one of them will hit you, because guess what? It has been written. No, it has not been written. Faith is not that trustworthy. It's not going to get you past all those cars on the highway. There are people out there, though, Looney Tunes, that are so into their religion, they think that God is going to protect them, and they won't even look to the, see the cars coming, because you have an Amish guy friend over there. Probably because they don't want the Wi-Fi signals interfering in their neurology and whatnot. Yeah. The fucking Amish probably have it in their mailbox, a phone, because they don't want. Now, does that mean all of them are like that? No, probably the younger ones are probably trying to surf as much as possible, on the internet. And they're probably restricted internet access as well. Those Amish people just need it as a communication device. Okay, hey, well, let's see. God, last time I saw you a couple of years ago, you were doing screenshots with, your screen printing, weren't you? It looked like you were doing shirts and stuff like that. Do you still work for them or what? Of course, this answer is going to be hella delayed, but just curious. I haven't seen you do the shirts. I think that's what you're doing. Maybe you're doing signs as well. Either way, the only way to make amends of what I'm saying today is, look, you have to protect yourself over here. I even have an 18 million volt stun gun ring I wear. 18 million volt stun gun ring. I wear it. In case a bear fucking tackles me or something, I can touch his nose before he bites my arm off and make him go bye-bye for a split second, enough to get into a safe area. From Wish is horrible. But you know what? I was addicted to it for a while, but so much junk on Wish. You can get good manufactured stuff. You're going to get better metal if you buy in America. You're going to get metal that has been test proved to not have a lot of air bubbles in it and shit like that. If you're buying from America, we don't generally sell shit that's going to get us lawsuits. But China does it all the time, and they probably admit that hey, look, we don't even buy that kind of quality metal for our knives. So how are you going to force that on us? But yeah, I've gotten a few in the past. I have gotten a few knives off Wish just to see. I wanted to see what they look like and see how they held up. I have done it. I have bought from China. I'm not lying. I've bought from China. So what? But in the truth of the matter is, when you want to get quality items, you don't buy from Wish. You don't even buy from Amazon. You fucking go and you get a tailor-made knife, gun, whatever you want to do. Tailor-made to your specifications. That's how you should do it. Like, for instance, this knife here, I like it so much, I almost want to get a tailor-made version of this. It's just such a great knife. It's always fucking. I've had this for 10 years. Look how nice it looks for 10 years old. That fucking knife. It's just a godsend to have a good knife. But, cold steel would look way better. But, I'm not a big fan of the shiny steel knives, because what that does is it reflects. So if you're trying to stay covert, you will get a reflection off something like that from the sun, and people will see your position. So I don't fuck with those kinds of knives really on that basis, cold steel knives, because they shine too much. It's like having a piece of fucking like a crystal ball on you and hanging it in the air. It's like, hey, this is where I am right now. No, I don't like those for that reason. And to be quite honest, cold steel doesn't really last so much longer. It just better quality steel. That's it. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for the stream, guys. I'm gonna end this real quick because I gotta make another thing. I'll come back in a little bit. I'll redo the stream. Thanks.